Damn.
Well. Man, here we are today on your December 23rd. I think this is the closest we've cut it to Christmas with the
I
podcast.
think it is.
Um, this is your December 23rd edition of NHP Unscripted, man. This is your 227th edition of Unscripted. As what is going on, everybody, and welcome back, like I said, to another edition of Unscripted. Like I said, episode 227. This is your Christmas Eve episode of Unscripted, and how's everybody doing, man? And thank you guys for joining us. As if this is your first time watching, guys, do not know how the show works. Every Monday we are on here after Monday Night Raw with Unscripted, and every Friday we are on here at 4 p.m. Central with the news. With that, if you guys did miss this past Friday's edition of the news, that is Drew McIntyre, set to be a huge focus in WWE in 2025, as well as the idea of a Tribal Chief Championship to be introduced for the feud between Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns. We talked about a bunch of other stuff. Allegations coming out against WWE's Lee Fitting, Tessa Blanchard returning to TNA. It was overall a great episode of the news, as it always is. And if you guys did miss that, and you guys do want to find it on all platforms, that is available for you guys now on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and if you want to see it first, join us right here live every Friday. At 4 p.m. Central with the news, man. Also, if you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official NHP merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Links at the top of the description of this very video, where you can find this beautiful piece of merchandise. The NHP Next Chapter design to commemorate the rebrand of NHP live on the merch shop, like I said, bonfire.com, and the link is in the description, man. So go cop your merch, man. If you guys did, or if you guys do not know who we are here at NHP, I am Johnny, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. How the hell are you doing, bro? How was your 23rd birthday? Sir K celebrated his birthday yesterday. So happy birthday yet again to Sir K, man, as he celebrates, as he celebrated his 23rd birthday, man. Well, what did you do, man? What did you do yesterday? How was your birthday?
It was a great birthday. It was a great birthday, man. Thank you. We went out to eat. We went to a Texas Roadhouse. That was really good, man.
Shit.
Great food, great talking. Always how it goes, just talking,
Nice.
having fun, joking around. It was great, dude. It was great, man. So, had a great birthday, man. Had a really good birthday yesterday.
Well, I'm glad you had a great birthday, bro. And yes, you deserve it, man. You deserve it. So glad you had a great birthday. Always happy to always happy to celebrate, bro. So yeah, man. Yeah.
Really, man. Thank you so much, dude.
Hell yeah, bro. So happy birthday again to Sir K. And now that Sir K Day is behind us, but boy, is he keeping it alive.
Yeah.
He he he's keeping it alive, man. He definitely is. Well, as Durante always asks, I'm good. Family's good. What about you, Durante? Logan, Bell, everybody here, whether you're in the live chat or my guys, a part of the Replay Mafia, JT, JB, how the hell are you guys doing? And thank you guys for joining us, as always, for another edition of NHP Unscripted. Now, with that, man, as we come upon the Christmas season, always want to wish you guys the very, very merriest of Christmases to you and your family, man. And I hope you guys get everything you were asking for, and that doesn't necessarily have to be a gift, man. If you want time with your family, if you want a mental health day, if you want a day to relax by yourself, if you want a day to spend with your dogs, your cats, whatever it is you guys are asking for, maybe you guys are asking for a new pair of headphones or a PS5 Pro or whatever you guys are asking for. I hope you guys get that as well, and I wish you guys nothing but the best. And I wish you guys a very, very Merry Christmas, and eat good food, get some good gifts, if you're into that thing, and celebrate with the people that you love, bro. So Merry Christmas to all you guys, man, and I really wish you guys a very safe and a very good Christmas.
Truly, man, I hope you guys all have phenomenal Christmases, man. Such a great time to just get with family, friends, and just enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. Like you said, hope you guys got what you wanted. Hope you guys get the Christmas you guys want in general, man. So, thank you guys, and Merry Christmas.
Absolutely, bro. So just to fill you guys in a little bit on what took place on Friday, I'm gonna play a quick video here today. I'm sure you guys see the little promotion there in the top left of your screen. But if you guys did not get a chance to catch Friday's episode, man, we did present to you guys, as you can see on your very screen, the new year-end logo award. Now I know you're thinking this one looks a little familiar, but there it is, the brand new NHP Notorious Heels Year-End Awards logo presented to you guys by our guy over at Stickers 13 Studios, who created the logo for us. So thank you guys, thank you guys so much over there at Stickers 13 for creating this beautiful masterpiece of a logo. Obviously, you guys can see in the video what we had and what we now have, and it is one of the most colossal upgrades there has probably ever been in the history of logo upgrades in the entirety
Oh,
of existence. That is one of the most amazing logo upgrades ever. And just a beautiful logo. So thank you to the team over there at Stickers 13 for creating us an amazing logo. Stickers 13 Studios on Instagram. If you guys did want to check them out, I did link them in Friday's episode. So if you guys
mm,
wanted an easier way to find his work, he does amazing work. He did our I mean, you see two pieces of his work right now on your screen with the Unscripted logo, as well as the year-end awards logo. And if you guys catch the Friday show, that logo as well. So he's always done great work for us, and we're just so honored to work with him, and so honored to continue out our partnership. And anytime we need a logo, man, he answers, gets the job done, and exceeds it with flying colors, bro. So also to fill you guys in, so I said on Friday, normally you guys are used to an episode of Unscripted being the preview show for year-end
mhm,
awards. This year it's going to be a little bit different. We're going to do a standalone preview show, which I'm going to hit that for you guys right now. So the standalone preview show is going to be taking place on a Wednesday. It's going to be taking place in a week and a half on Wednesday, January 1st at 3 p.m. Central. And we are going to be doing the previews. The previews for each category. So we're going to be revealing all the nominees for the category. We're going to be doing that. And then on that day, um, the open voting for the Notorious Heels Year-End Awards are going to open up. So as soon as that show goes off the air, the voting is going to be open for you guys to go and go and check it out. And go and vote. Who guys do you think, which guys or girls or moments or whatever the case, do you think wins that category for you? So you guys are going to get to vote. And then in exactly 1 week's time after that, on Wednesday, January 8th, we will be presenting the official Notorious Heels year-end 2024 year-end awards, where we are going to be doing the award show on that day, revealing our winners to the categories, as well as the fan vote winner for each category. So like I said, obviously you guys are gonna come into play for that one. You guys are going to get to vote, and obviously at the end of that week, it's all gonna be tallied up, and the winner for the fan vote will be decided for you guys, as well as me and Zerke. So that is all the news surrounding the year-end awards. Very excited for that, and very just very excited. Always one of my favorite times of year doing the year-end awards, and yeah, just amazing time. Everything looks great. I can't wait for you guys to see it, and I'm very excited for you guys to see it. I think you guys are really gonna love it, and I think you guys are gonna have fun, man. We last year, a couple weeks after year-end awards had ended last year, I expressed to Sir K, I really wanted to do an open vote or a fan
Hell
vote.
yeah.
So this year, you guys are going to be able to vote, and it's going to be a good time, man. So I'm excited for it.
Exactly, man. This is going to be the most important thing to vote for 2024 going into 2025. If you're going to vote for anything, vote with us. Vote for our year-end awards as we want to see what you guys think, man. We got to see the comparison, who I think, who he thinks, who you guys think, man, for each category, what moment, whatever, dude. I'm excited. Looks phenomenal. Logos look great, dude. The graphics look great. You guys haven't seen them yet, obviously. You'll see them when you see them, but they do look phenomenal. So can't wait for you guys to see them. And I can't wait, dude. I always love year-end awards. It's always such a fun show to preview, to talk about, to why this, why that, man. So I'm excited, dude. I'm so excited, and I can't wait, man. I really can't wait.
Yes. Also, being that we're not going to do the preview show on Unscripted this year, we will, however, be doing a next or last year we did the last year we did the predictions for AEW and WWE on Unscripted. We're going to be bringing that back. We're going to be bringing predictions mixed with a full in review on just the year, so for each company. So we're gonna be talking about some of the best stuff that happened in AEW this year. Okay, back to what I was saying. So last year we did the year-end award, or not. We did on the episode. There was an episode of Unscripted last year where we did the predictions for AEW and WWE at the end of the year, and this year we're going to be bringing that back. Instead, we're going to be doing a bit of a year in review for each company, and as well, and then at the end, we're going to be rounding it out with what we're going to be rounding it out with our predictions for each company. So what we're excited for AEW and WWE in 2025. And then as far as the review, we're going to be talking about what was good in AEW and WWE, some of our favorite stuff from that, and then some of the worst stuff that happened in AEW and WWE. So we're going to be, talking about all that. It's going to be a great time. So that'll be next week. So we will not be going over any Dynamite of from this week, as well as next week's Monday Night Raw.
Mhm.
So yeah, that is that, and yeah, that's how we're gonna be doing it, bro. So that's pretty much everything, man. Yeah.
Definitely, man. Love doing the review and predictions. I can't wait to do it for the whole year, man. Can't wait to talk about fucking not Dynamite. Actually I could always wait to talk about Dynamite. I can't wait to talk about AEW and predict the future with them, and WWE and predict the future with them. Good and bad for both, man. So good and bad year for both of them. Overall, man. One might have teetered on one side a little more than the other, man, but. I'm excited, man. I'm really excited for that show. I think it's gonna be a phenomenal show, and I can't wait, dude. I really can't wait.
Yeah, because next week is the final Monday Night Raw on next week is the final Monday Night Raw on USA. They said there was gonna be some sort of big finale, but the,
Probably just gonna be like waving goodbye to USA,
yeah,
essentially.
yeah, I honestly think it's gonna be a regular episode of Monday Night Raw. But the difference with this one is I think they're just going to be playing packages from Raw on USA's
Moment.
best moments, so the pipe
Yeah.
bomb and all that stuff, and maybe the Nexus debut, or just things like that. I think they're just gonna be playing on there. It doesn't, at least what they have announced for it, doesn't really seem like a very star-studded episode of Monday Night Raw. But why would they make it a star-studded episode of Monday Night Raw, being that the next week they go to Netflix? So, I mean, it is what it is. And I don't really think it's going to be as huge as the dirt sheets kind of played it up to be, that this was going to be some huge
No,
send off for
it's not gonna
Raw.
be fucking Roman and Rock and fucking all that shit. They don't expect none of that.
Yeah. So yeah, we will be doing the year-end review and predict, as well as predictions for 2025 for AEW and WWE. Now, it is time. Now that we have filled you guys in on everything, it is time to go over Sir K's favorite part of the week.
Mm, Second,
AEW.
please.
No, I'm gonna correct him. His favorite part of the week.
Definitely not this week or last week, technically.
Oh no! I heard from a little birdie. I heard from a little birdie
Little
that
early.
I heard from a little birdie that flew in from about north of us. If you know what direction that is. She flew in from about north, man. She told me that Dynamite Holiday Bash was your favorite Dynamite of the year.
The favorite Dynamite of the year? I don't think I could answer that question this year, dude. I don't know if I can.
What do you mean? I thought it was Holiday Bash.
It was not. I don't know who that little birdie is, but they did not tell you the truth. Definitely not my favorite thing of last week. I would say that'd be my birthday. But in Dynamite, I would say it was probably my least favorite thing about the week.
Wow. That might be a question for next week. Well, because that's the year in review for AEW and WWE,
Oh,
and
dude.
and
Oh,
I need a week to think about that, because
ah,
I genuinely could not fucking tell you. It had to have been one of those ones building up to All In, where they just put on a month of great television. But to talk about Sir K's favorite Dynamite of all time, Dynamite Holiday Bash from Washington, D.C. I'll tell you what, bro, and I can't believe I'm saying this. Christmas Collision from the fucking Hammerstein Ballroom was. I'm totally with you on that. I don't know why they didn't do Holiday Bash from the Hammerstein Ballroom, or as Jericho says, the Hammerstein Ballroom.
Hammer.
Um, um,
Okay.
the Hammerstein Ballroom. I don't know why. I don't know why they didn't they didn't, like I said, put Holiday Bash in the Hammerstein Ballroom. But the Hammerstein Ballroom show was 1000% better than this episode of Holiday Bash. Now, it wasn't, I mean, we've seen a lot worse Dynamites. It wasn't the very worst episode of Dynamite I'd ever seen out of the year.
No.
It just follows the typical Dynamite trend, to the point where it's like, it's not a bad show, it just
No.
has no fire
Fire.
behind it.
Yeah, it has nothing. You just watch, and someone might ask you, how was it? And you shrug your shoulders because you're not angry really at anything. I mean, like there's elements like the obvious like MJF, Adam Cole stuff and shit. But overall, if you're asking about the overall show of Dynamite lately, you just shrug your shoulders because it happened. It was a show. There was matches. There's a couple stories, some that are good, some that are bad. But it's just cold, just cold fucking. The meat that you didn't take out the fucking freezer that you were supposed to that's dynamite, dude. It's fucking rock solid cold.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it really is, bro. But the show opened up with a bunch of with a backstage promo in the backs, obviously in the backstage area with Switchblade, Orange Cassidy, and Adam Page. Okay, um, Switchblade says Orange can't talk right now because he already gave us a pep talk. He
Oh,
reassures his focus is on the AEW Championship and not the Death Riders.
but
Further
wait,
proving John Moxley's point. Everybody
I
is
was gonna
selfish.
there's no, and not only that, but their Death Riders are with they are Moxley, so
Yeah.
you would have to look out for them, or else they're gonna.
Not Jay White.
Okay,
Yep.
that's a line, I guess. That makes no sense, but go crazy.
He says he has to rely on unlikely people
Mm,
because he has no Bang Bang Gang by his side. He has to rely on Hangman, but he is not stupid enough to rely on him.
right.
Hey, yes. I know, bro. I know. Hangman walks in. Hangman walks into the interview. He says John Moxley is his tonight.
Mm,
Okay, I think you're gonna have to take that one up with Renee, but yeah, that's neither here or there. And he walks off, and Switchblade walks off, yelling at Hangman Page. As Orange
mm.
Cassidy looks at Renee, looks at the microphone, and says nothing, and walks away.
Perfect
Um,
encapsulation of everybody. Good God. I love Switchblade. I love Jay White. I do, man.
oh,
But of a
for
lot
sure.
of his promos, he just rambles and he just says shit. And it's like, he's really good. And he's good on the mic, like in terms of like cadence and just oomph behind the mic. But a lot of the actual shit he says is just always just so stupid. I'm always like, wait, what? Like, I hope he really improves on that, man.
He's sort of like Cody Rhodes, but Cody can actually get on topic when he's talking to somebody. Jay
Yeah.
White all the time is just constantly off topic, and he's constantly he
Man.
he has great delivery. He needs
Hmm.
to learn how to stay on topic. Do you remember when Cody Rhodes would go out there and he would cut? And now,
Oh,
again, like when he's infused in a story, he can do really good work. Like we've seen his work with Kevin
yeah.
Owens. Like he does a really great job at staying on topic and talking about, not rambling off and talking about his dad and all this other shit like he used to. Um, he used to do that type of stuff all the time. Jay White just rambles on to the point where he talks himself into making no sense sometimes. Like I
Yeah.
remember I think back to his promo battles with MJF. And
Oh, those are really just He would just, like you said, he would just ramble on about, like, just catchphrases and this. It was just, wasn't good, dude.
no, it's like MJF sitting here cooking him on the mic, and all he has to say back is his nicknames. I'm
Yeah.
King Switch. I'm the catalyst of pro wrestling. I beat this guy in the Tokyo Dome. I'm the Switchblade. This is the Switchblade era. I'm Bullet Club. I'm Golden Bullet Club. Like what the like? But in this case, he's rambling on again. He's saying, my focus is only on the AEW Championship, which again proves John Moxley's point. Which, if that's what it's about for Jay, then that's fine. But don't have
Yeah.
your commentators going out there saying that this guy's team AEW, because he's clearly telling you he doesn't really care about AEW. He wants the world title, which I don't blame him. But don't have your
Oh,
commentators completely negate the purpose of what Jay's actually here to do.
exactly. If someone is actually like being selfish storyline wise, play into that, play into being selfish. Maybe he owns being selfish about that shit because that's what he's got to do to be successful and whatnot, and play into it. But you can't have him do one thing and then say the other. It fucks the whole thing up.
Yes, it absolutely does.
Hmm.
And, you know, I have nobody else to rely on, so I have to rely on Hangman. But I'm not stupid enough to rely on him. You just you just said
Yeah,
you have to rely on him. So,
But you're
okay,
okay.
I wish every day
He
WWE
would.
would have signed this man after Mania 39 because,
Why did
yeah,
Vince have to step back for that quick little stint? If he didn't, Jay White would have been into it. Probably would have been fucking cooking over there, dude.
yeah,
He'd have been cooking it on SmackDown.
I'm sure he would have. I'm very sure he would have. I'm almost positive he would have. Um, so that was that. That was that. That was the open to AEW Dynamite, and two, it also goes to show that in AEW, man, either these guys aren't willing to take them help to take help, or nobody's willing to teach because we are what, a year and a month past Jay White's program with MJF, and we still sort of see the same type of isms on the microphone with him. It really goes to show the lack of development there, which is quite concerning.
No, it is. It's a quite lack of development with any and everybody, dude. If whatever you come into AEW as, that's how you'll be, dude. You don't. There's no improvement, no evolution for anybody. There's sometimes character evolution. You got people like Tony Storm, that really do care about that shit and evolve their character and whatnot. But most people, they come in as one thing and they'll stay that one thing, and that's it, man.
So the next thing we get on the show is little backstage promos with Will Ospreay and Darby Allin promoting their match for later in the night. Um, the first actual match we got on the show was for the TBS title. This was Anna Jay versus Mercedes Moné. Um, why this was happening, I don't know. But what I do know is Mercedes told Anna Jay 2 weeks prior to this, "You're not getting a shot until you do something in this business." And then they announced it. So there was there was no give there. So
No, you just got it. Fucking classic AEW, man.
Anna Jay is hitting some offense. Excalibur then gave one of his other Excaliburisms. Deep cover. Deep cover by Anna Jay.
Deep cover by energy.
What the
Dude,
hell
we
does
say
that
it
mean?
every week. It's a deep
Deep
cover,
cover.
man. They're covering deep. I don't really want to know what that means, but they say it, man. They say a lot of dumb shit every week. G. Harris, fucking hook to the far leg. It's another one.
Swinging a miss.
Um, oh man, swinging it, dude. I remember one. I'll never forget. um, It was like a family like breakfast, or it might have been like it was something like Thanksgiving and shit or something. And baseball was just on TV because for the fuck of it. And dude, I they would just say swing and a miss, and I would just get fucking Vietnam flashbacks to Dynamite. Ah, this shit is horrible.
Swing and a miss by Abreu. Swing and a
Swing and a
miss.
miss. Dynamite is a swing and a miss.
Yes, Dynamite is the biggest swing and a miss every week.
Every fucking week.
She hit a crossface, or she got Anna Jay in the crossface. Man, there Anna would do a bunch of roll up counters to Monet. Monet would then hit the Monet Maker and defeat Anna Jay for the TBS Championship. All for them to announce Chris Statlander versus Mercedes 2 at World's End. So these two put on a really good fucking match at Full Gear. You don't do anything with the
No,
story. Anything with the story coming out of Full Gear. You have, it's shit, but you did have a story with Anna Jay here.
it was fine. It was service. It was a TV quote unquote feud.
Yeah, definitely. You have some sort of thing here with Anna Jay, some sort of story here with Anna Jay, and you don't culminate that on the pay-per-view, but you throw another Chris Statlander and Mercedes match on the pay-per-view. Am I
Why,
missing
dude?
something here?
I, I you're just making shit up. Hey, you really do got a dartboard. Just Mercedes. Who's next? Oh, Cristal. Okay, that's the match at the pay-per-view. You're pulling names out of a hat here.
Uh, They absolutely are, bro. They absolutely are. So I was very confused by that. I did not understand that whatsoever. Being that again, there has been no follow-up that has been on a major piece of television that is to my knowledge, other than a graphic that they just randomly announced. Oh, Mercedes is now gonna be facing Statlander at the pay-per-view.
Just
Okay.
graphics.
So yeah, that was that. Excalibur is doing B-rolls after this match, and he says January 1st is going to be the
Okay.
new era of AEW, the mother of all simulcast. The
Yeah, I hate
mother
that.
of all simulcast.
That's a fucking Tony Khan thing if I've ever. You could always tell when it's a Tony Khan named thing. It's the mother of all simulcast, World's End, Wrestle Dream. Like, oh man.
Mm-hmm.
It's so bad. You cannot let that man name shit.
No, you can't. FTR. FTR is sitting in their living room. Cash says it's been a few days since everyone saw what happened to us, and over nothing. We told you guys we had no problem with you. We may not agree with your message, but I don't disagree with your message. I do think AEW needs change. This is why you guys are being punished, okay? That
Yeah.
aside from the fact of who you're friends with.
Oh, yep. Haven't seen you since. Bro left.
And I think,
Today.
yeah, and I think some people need to be forced to change.
Boy, is that fucking true.
But what we did was stop you from poisoning a guy that was blindfolded. And you dragged us outside and left us in the dead for cold. Dax says,
Yeah.
when we were laying on the concrete, a lot of things were going through our mind. Is there
That's
a
what we
life after wrestling?
Mm,
Dax, I think that was only going through your mind. I mean,
yeah.
you just got your ass beat and that's what
Well,
you're thinking about?
what's life after wrestling? Maybe, damn, how the fuck am I not gonna, how am I gonna avoid frostbite and get out of here? Like, well, you said you got beat up and left out in the fucking winter cold, and you're thinking about fucking what the life after wrestling? Maybe fucking, okay, let me get up and get out of here so I don't get fucking frostbite and lose my fingers. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? But yeah, I just got jumped, bro. I'm just thinking, what's life after I retire?
What am I gonna do for retirement? maybe 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 I'll get into real estate. Maybe what am I gonna do after? Man, what does life look like when I step away from the ropes?
What?
You just
You
said
think
you just said the Death Riders dragged you outside and beat you within an inch of your fucking life and left you in the cold. And you're thinking about retirement? You're thinking about life after wrestling? You're not thinking about let me get up, get my boy, and let's get the fuck out of here. Let's go somewhere warm. Let's let's get our revenge. That's not what you're thinking about. You're thinking about life after wrestling.
find the nearest sick to go warm up in while we fucking wait for our Uber that we gotta order ourselves because you won't do it for us? You're not thinking that? Like, what? You're thinking
All
about
right.
life after retirement. What?
When you're laying on the concrete, a lot of things are laying through your mind. Is
Like,
there a life after wrestling? We
oh
built
god.
our whole lives. We built our whole lives on this one thing. And what else is there for us to do? I just got
Your
off the
family?
phone. Yeah, yeah, I. Uh,
What? Mr.
ask.
Family Man.
Yeah, I don't fucking know, dude. That would.
Wife. That's your daughter. What do you mean?
Hopefully, you'll have enough money to where your generations will be set. Okay,
Yeah.
that
Mm.
I don't know. So, anyways, we built our whole lives on this one thing, and what else is there for us to do? I just got off the phone with Doc before filming this. He told me he's not going to clear us for the rest of the year. So from now until January 1st, don't sleep. We will show up at your door. It will not be
Mhm.
good for you and your family. But on January 1st, if FTR, and on January 1st, FTR will be there and we will fight to the Death Riders.
The Death Riders.
And we're not coming alone.
I
Top guys out.
wonder who they're coming back with, man. Whose career are they riding next?
Okay, so oh god. So there if there's okay, well I'll tell you this. If there's not a segment where FTR show up at one of these guys' houses, they are doing some they are going to look like absolute idiots. Don't sleep until January 1st. Because if you don't show up at one of their houses like you said, you might as well have said sleep until January 1st because that's the day we're coming to get you. But
Basically.
with that, the doctor said he's not going to clear you until January 1st. That's not how a fucking injury works.
Not like w- y- after a surgery, if you got a weight restriction, yeah, they'll say, okay, in 2 weeks, come back to us and we'll see it. We'll check you out, see if it's not. Oh yeah, after 2 weeks, they'd fucking how many hours later you could fucking lift 100 pounds. Like, bro, that's not how doctors work. I mean, maybe how AEW doctors work from the track record they might have. I wouldn't doubt it, but what?
Who are they coming back with, bro? Who do you think is going to join FTR in the fight against the Death Riders on January 1st?
Well, it can't be Phil. Cannot be Phil. Um, can't be Orton. Can't ride his career in this company.
Yeah.
Who else career can they ride? Um,
Is it going to
oh
be
man,
God, what other variations of FTR have there been? Is it going to be Wardlow? Are they going to get back FT War?
FT War or FT Runners. Are they gonna bring
Huh?
the fucking Outrunners back? Or dude, there's so many. I fucking lost count. Fucking FTR Housing. I don't know if that one happened. I don't think it did, but I wouldn't be shocked. Um, I think I know who it is, though, man. I think I know who it is.
Okay.
And I think they're gonna come back 10 toes down. I think it's gonna be Adam Copeland.
Rated FTR?
Yeah.
That is exactly who it's going to be. It is going to be Adam fucking Copeland to form FT Rated R.
He's gonna hit Death Riders, but you wanna know why I signed here? I signed here to not deal with people like you. I already had a runaway group. Now I gotta take this one out too. It's gonna be some shit like that. I already fucking know it.
I love AEW. That means we're gonna have to get rah-rah AEW speeches
From
by
both.
Dax Harwood and Adam Copeland. That just
And just
sounds
have
like a
poor
fucking
Dax
nightmare.
just standing there off to the side, just like, damn. Can I just go flash the peace, bro? Cause get me out of here, bro. Cause what the fuck?
Adam Copeland coming back. And we talked a little bit about it on Friday. Adam Copeland coming back to fight the Death Riders. I seriously don't know how they're going to make sense out of that, other
No.
than Tony Khan having a hard on for Adam Copeland loving his company and wanting to become a leader in AEW. And obviously, he's going to let him do it because there is hardly any leaders in AEW. So he's going to let Adam Copeland be one of those veteran leaders in AEW, obviously. Adam Copeland can cut a rah rah speech. He likes cutting the rally the troops speech. He likes doing that. And he's going to do it for AEW here, and that's going to be that. But what beef does he necessarily have with the Death Riders exactly?
Signed to this company, and you're gonna try to take that away. I'm gonna fight you now. Like, it's gonna be some trash like that, dude. It's gonna be some goofy ass fucking pro AEW for AEW reason, dude, and it's gonna suck, dude. Maybe they got a reason they could pull out their ass, man, and maybe it's gonna be good, but I think that reason's coming straight from his ass, dude, and I think it's gonna fucking stink the fucking place up. So, I mean, it's gonna be good to see him back. I'm glad he's, not injured anymore, all that, but what a horrible way to bring him back. So lame.
Very, very. Yeah. So I don't know, man. This year we'll really get to talking about it next week, man. But I am just scared. I am very
Mhm.
scared for next year. But Adam Copeland coming back to fight the Death Riders. Again, I thought Adam Copeland coming back to screw Christian Cage out of the AEW World Championship with his little contract would have been
Right.
a great option. Now I did say AEW does have an out to do that with Nick Wayne, being
Mhm.
that Nick Wayne being a longtime friend of Darby Allin, they do have an easy out to do that. They also have an easy out to do that because Christian Cage sort of has a beef with the Death Riders. And they're always trying to stop him from cashing in the contract. So, maybe Adam could go in and help there, or maybe Adam Copeland aids Christian Cage to take the championship. I honestly don't know what they do. I love Christian, man, but I just don't think it's his time to take the AEW World Championship. But with Copeland, with Copeland coming back alongside FTR to fight the Death Riders, I don't know. I know what the reason is gonna be. It's gonna be the classic. I'm with AEW.
Mhm.
You know, storyline to try to rally support for the company and all this sort of stupid bullshit. But I don't know, man. I'm really just losing interest in the Death Riders, and I've been lost interest in FTR. So I'm gonna give it a chance, man, but I just don't know there's that I don't know there's much I personally care about that whatsoever.
No, I really don't. And with them being a trio, going against trios champions or some variation, because sometimes it's Mox that steps in instead of, Pac or Yuta or whatever. But I think they're gonna face them as the trios champs, and I think there's a decent chance they might win those fucking things, and that just sucks.
It does. It does. Because all that's gonna turn into, we're gonna go from not seeing the championships to
Uh,
the championships just being involved in matches. So
yep,
that's all that's
matches
gonna
and
be.
defending and kill me.
MJF.
Speaking of kill me,
Oh, MJF. He comes out to the ring. He rags on the crowd. He tells them they're poor. He tells them they're poor and they're pores. Sorry, he tells them they're pores. I don't know if that sounds familiar to anybody, but he tells the crowd that they're pores, and he tells them the Washington Wizards suck. He's asking the crowd because they start booing him. He starts asking the crowd, "Is it my fault that they suck?" the crowd starts chanting, "Yes, they suck."
It's
You,
like
you,
it's like coming to Chicago and the Bears suck. Yeah, bro, we know. Trust us, we fucking know, dude. We don't care. We gave up. There's no fire in that shit.
uh, I mean, it's just yes, Max. I mean, did you think that was going to get heat? I mean, the Washington Wizards have. I mean, this year they're one of the worst. I believe statistically they have one of the worst records in NBA history. But the Wizards have always sucked. The Wizards haven't been good since fucking Gilbert
Ever.
Arenas played for them, which was in 2010, 2008, 2008, 9, 10, around those years. Gilbert Arenas played for the Wizards, and even then they didn't make a serious playoff run. I couldn't even fucking tell you the last time the Wizards made a serious playoff run.
Like,
I mean, they were okay when Bradley Beal and John Wall were there, but everybody knew they weren't winning the chip. I mean, everybody knows this. What? I mean,
it's like dog.
this MJF stick is it's just boring,
Dead.
bro. Oh, you guys
Then
are poor. You guys have no money. This state sucks. I hate being here. And the basketball team here sucks.
it's the same thing every time. Like you said, dude. The fans are poor. Their sports team sucks. Their city sucks. New York's better. The part of not whole New York, just the part he's from is better. It's the same shtick every time. Every time. It's so old, so lame. You had all the opportunity last year, and from which you were building up his whole AEW run was so much different, so much fresher character depth change, and I don't know. Again, we don't know if it was him, if it was Tony. Either way, either he's took the easy way out, or Tony Khan took the easy way out, and he's the same exact heel he was, and it's lame, it's boring, and it's dried out, dude. It's dried the fuck out.
Yep. He talks about how Hanukkah is coming up. He says, wait, why would I ever open up to you people?
You did.
I'm so sorry, MJF. I'm so fucking sorry. I'm so sorry. But what the fuck was last year?
You opened up to us. We were on your side when you got betrayed, motherfucker. So, what? That was the whole story last year. You opened up. You finally opened up to somebody. They betrayed you. We were like, oh yeah, that's fucked up. Yeah.
Oh, that's fucked up. I can't wait for MJF to come back. That
Yep.
was that was the general
Totally.
consensus. I can't wait for MJF to come back and get revenge. Hopefully this group is still relevant by the time he comes back. And obviously they were not, but that's neither here or there.
Ended up fucking Adam Cole wasn't relevant either. Didn't fucking have that one on my bingo card, but it's fuck, dude. It sucks. What are you doing?
It's boring, bro. It's fucking boring. This move, staying with AEW, if this, I'm telling you, if this keeps up like this, one of our buddies said it, and it's absolutely true. If this level of booking keeps up like this is going to end up being a career killer for MJF.
He's gonna be one of those guys where people think he was so good, he had all the potential, and nothing ever happened. Because if you stay stagnant like you're doing and you do the same shtick over and over and over again, you won't be special. You were special. You were young. You were that good. That on with it with mic skills, this that story, and you dropped all of it, and you're doing the same repeat shit week by week by week, and it's lame as shit and it's lazy. You're taking the easy, lazy way out. I don't know if it's because you don't care. I don't know if it's because you're just you can't do it. I don't know what it is, but I think you could do it, and you're not doing it. And it's going to be a career detriment.
He then goes back and makes fun of the people again for being broke. He begins to talk about a fundraiser He starts fake crying. He says there is a hungry kid in need. He is a small yellow baby that needs food. He then plays a picture of a yellow sprayed tan, obviously, as skinny Bone Jones Adam Cole, where he
Yep.
just has skinny little legs and skinny little arms. He has a giant head. He has skinny little legs and he has skinny little arms. And MJF is trying to raise food for this small yellow baby. Adam Cole appears on the Tron. He says, "Look who it is. And look who is the one in the ring looking stupid now. Thank you for admitting you look like a fucking idiot for the better half of 2 months in the ring.
Literally.
While MJF was up on the Tron and you were watching him get massaged."
And get his happy ending.
He says, now there will be 2 guys outside to make sure MJF does not grab the ring, because he knows MJF is going to want to use it. Matt Taven and Mike Bennett appear. Adam Cole stands up and he says to MJF, "Am I kicking your ass yet?" MJF turns around and Adam Cole standing in the ring. He super kicks him and MJF retreats out of the ring. What I honestly think is going to happen, I think MJF is going to win this match because Taven and Bennett are going to turn on Adam Cole, and then it's going to be MJF, Mike Bennett, and Matt Taven versus the Dollar Tree era.
Dollar Tree era? The undisputed Dollar Tree, man.
Yeah.
And I definitely think that's the way to go. I think that's what's going to happen. I think they are building up for a UE reunion, which on paper, phenomenal. With the current, AEW system and where they're going, I'm not that excited. I'm more fearful than anything. So I think that's what's going to happen. I definitely agree with you. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. And that just sounds fucking just peachy. I mean, another group with MJF where the tag team isn't going to be used at all. Gotta love them. What's that? The fourth one?
You ain't lying. Yep.
Good lord, just repeat of the same fucking shit, dude. Come on.
Career killer, bro. This could fucking be a career killer for MJF because how the hell did you go from being looked at as the company's most complete young guy to another guy on the roster that is auraless and has absolutely no fire behind what they're doing, and you stayed in AEW for this? This is what you stayed in AEW for, to run back the same fucking shtick?
To do what everybody else did. What I thought he was different with. Take the money and sit at home and film vignettes. That's sad. That's sad that MJF is one of those people that just sit at home and film vignettes. That's crazy.
Yep. Jamie Hayter. She calls out Julia Hart for attacking her while she was down. She challenges her to fight for the fallen. Well, I guess that Fight for the Fallen on January 1st is where we're going to see the Jamie Hayter burial.
Yep. At least we'll get to see her entrance, Julia's, and on Dynamite. So that's exciting. I love seeing her. She's great. So
She is. But Jamie is great too. And why the fuck you decided to put these two up against each other for the first match when you should be building up to Jamie Hayter versus Mariah May, being that Jamie Hayter was one of your biggest stars out of the women's division when she got hurt, is a crime.
Last year for Women of the Year. I think she was my winner.
She might. I'm
Jamie
sure she
Hayter.
was.
I think she was. Goddamn, that is AEW, man. Good old AEW.
Ruined it.
Ruined it, literally.
Count how many times I have to say this during this episode, because I'm sure I've already said it a couple times beforehand.
Drink every time we fucking say ruin this fucking vignette. Oh, dude, you guys will be fucking dead. So don't try that game with us.
Yeah.
Well, watch it us.
Kenny Omega gets a vignette on AEW Dynamite. We did bring to you guys on the Friday news that Kenny is expected to be back by World's End. What he does, I don't know.
I have no clue. Maybe I don't know. Maybe Takeshna. Maybe he runs it back with him. That would be cool. Maybe Okada, if he would run that back. Maybe Will. I have no clue. I have no clue. I'm excited, but I got no clue. I love Kenny.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I'm excited to see Kenny back. I am scared to see Kenny back because of I don't know what they're gonna do with the poor guy, but
Could be Jack Perry too, which is fucking so sad. But I could definitely see it.
I could see it being one of the elite guys for sure. But Omega, they are building up for that return, bro. So it's going to be interesting. And the next match on the show was Christian Cage and Nick Wayne. They defeated Hook and Shibata. Christian hopped in the ring and hit Shibata with a kill switch where the ref didn't see. Nick Wayne would then hit the cover and pin Katsuyori Shibata for the victory. Yeah, this was progressing their
Yeah.
story that I don't care about.
Yep. Classic Dynamite. So that was a match.
Yes, it was. We get a Chris Jericho King of New York vignette. He is walking around Times Square. He's fist bumping people in New York. He's being a true man of the people. And that was that. I mean, it's
Alright.
it's okay. I mean, it's better than him doing the constant learning tree stick, I guess.
Yeah, I think I could tell they're low key like leaning away from that same like overall character, but less of hi, I'm the learning tree. Like I'm glad they're kind of stopping those segments and just doing whatever these are, which are much better than the last shit. It's not good, but it's much better than the last shit.
Yeah. Bandito. Ban- Ban- Bandito. We get a
Uh,
Bandito vignette with some Bandito highlights. Bandito highlight clip behind some Excalibur commentary. It was a nice vignette. It was a nice vignette. Excalibur was talking about how Bandito is one of the best luchadors there is today, and he has an extensive he has an extensive history in professional wrestling and all this good stuff. It was a great vignette, but I'm here to nip this vignette in the bud and let all
yep.
of you know, if you guys don't know already, Bandito is not coming back.
No, he's
Because
not.
what Tony Khan had in mind for our boy Bandito is a fucking feud with Chris Jericho and a push. Yeah, get this. A push. Sir K,
Mhm.
if your head's down now, he's in line. He was in line for a push on Ring of Honor.
Those that's probably got to be the worst string of words for a sentence. A push in Ring of Honor. That is hell. That is a punishment. I would I would rather be Roman and take the U.S. title back in fucking 2016 or whatever. Cause good God,
Does
he,
anybody want
he
to tell me what a push in Ring of Honor has done for Athena?
don't for anybody that hold one of those fucking things. There's so many people that hold those things in and out, and I can't tell because they're fucking useless.
Because if you ask me, the only thing a Ring of Honor push did for Athena was completely hide her talents and completely keep her out of the spotlight. It did nothing for Athena.
Crazy. No.
Your 740 something day reign for Athena as the women's champion did nothing but hide her incredible talents.
Mm-hmm. Hide them. Fucking hide them away. Good lord, dude. Brought them back on ROH.
Bandito comes back on Ring of Honor to feud with Chris Jericho, jumps in the ring, and gets concussed.
What do you say, man? I mean, good lord, bro. Good lord.
You mean to fucking tell me you've been playing vignettes for this guy to bring him back on a Ring of Honor?
Like,
You mean to
what?
tell me you got these bums running around in the Continental Classic, but you couldn't have fucking put Bandito in there? You got
Like,
Commander, Beast Motor running around in the fucking Continental Classic?
you got Kyle O. Fletcher running around. A bunch of fucking nobodies, dude. And you're just not, you're gonna put Bandito in ROH. You're kidding me, dude. That is. Tony Khan is so bad at his job, dude. I'm
You,
sorry, dude.
you, your big, all those vignettes were gonna lead to a fucking feud with Jericho?
The
All
worst
that,
of the television?
all those vignettes, all that TV time wasted to put the guy on Ring of Honor? What?
Like, bro. And I know the AEW fucking fans, it's to get eyes on Ring of Honor. Dude, it's not gonna work. You can't get eyes on something that's not good. Why do you think it doesn't work with Collision? You try it all the time with Collision. It doesn't fucking work. No one watches the fucking thing. Because you have to make the thing better in order to get people to watch the thing. It's that simple, and you're not doing that. Ring of Honor is useless, garbage, pointless. It sucks. I'm not watching it. I don't care if fucking Brandon Danielson came back tomorrow on Ring of Honor. I'm not watching it, dude. You can't get me to watch that show. I'm sorry.
Uh,
It's,
I'm so. You brought him back. What? What are you. Honestly, what the fuck are you thinking? You brought Bandito back on Ring of Honor, and then he
really
fucking gets concussed.
instantly got concussed, dude.
Are you serious? Are you
It's
serious right now? I mean, what? You can't make this shit up.
no, you really can't, dude. It never ends with this company. It's so much shit where you just think every time you can't make it up, and then just different shit keeps happening. People fight, people fighting backstage, airing footage of real fights backstage, fucking returning people to a show for them just to get concussed instantly. Like, dude, this is a fever dream. AEW is literally a fever dream right now. Not a good one.
I do not understand. I fail to ever comprehend how the fuck Tony Khan thought that was a good idea to bring back this guy that's been out of action for a year and a half to your stupid ass Mark Fetish show that nobody fucking watches.
Yeah,
Nobody.
and no,
You mean you're gonna hide this guy's talents? One of your most marketable luchadors because he just so happens to be your one luchador that's actually kind of cool. He's not a
Yeah.
fucking he's not a fucking wild fucking boar or whatever the hell Mortis is supposed to be, or a Power Ranger, or a flat out loser like Commander.
I think you mean a hologram. Okay. But it's like,
I mean, what?
really, what are you doing, bro? Like, ROH is not working, dude. You bought it, you killed it. It sucks, dude. It's pointless. The whole thing's pointless. It has no value, no meaning. You're fucking working on this, working on that, working on this. Well, you're not working on fucking Jaguars no more because your dad's paying you to stay away. So you got more time into this shit, and it's gotten worse. The more Tony Khan puts his foot into something, the more it fucking sucks, dude. Horrible, dude. Horrible.
What can you even say? What
I,
what
like,
I did not even know of this on Friday night, and Sir K broke me the news. I think it was Friday night. Yeah, it was Friday night.
Saturday.
It
Was
was
it
Friday.
Friday?
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
ROH does Friday. Um,
yeah.
I did not know of this, and Sir K told me, hey, they brought Bandito back. I chuckled. He said, no, seriously, he was on Final Battle. I was like, what? He was like, yeah, he came back and he got concussed. I said, huh? I immediately ran to Twitter because I'm like, huh? And sure enough, I see this dude do a missile drop kick and out he fucking goes. Concussed. What a
Like,
joke.
really is a joke, man.
Bro, why? You know, all this shit you could have had Bandito do, man. I mean, again, you have a Continental Classic. That would have been awesome to see a guy like Bandito in. Again, he's one of your more marketable luchadors. You have a championship with Takeshita that is not being occupied because the main primary focus in the Don Callis family is not Konosuke Takeshita. It's Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher is being.
He is the
What a
he is the
joke.
fucking he is the golden boy of that group. You have Takeshita and you have Kyle Fletcher. I was gonna say Kyle Riley. You have Kyle Fletcher and he's your golden boy. That bald Australian dork is your fucking golden boy. And you got Takeshita. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing with your company? With any of your companies? You got a couple of them. You've been fucking banned from some. What are you doing, bro?
Takeshita is the international champion,
Where is he?
and Kyle Fletcher is the primary focus of the Don Callis family. You have Daniel Garcia running around with a belt that he decided to insert himself into the C2 and is not doing a lick of anything with the
Yeah.
TNT championship. It is, again, worthless. After all the fucking work Christian Cage put into that title, it is fucking
Gone.
worthless.
It's gone. It's worthless. They're not saying you don't have a mid card scene right now, because all your mid card titles just aren't shown. They're not. You don't use Takeshita for his mid card title. You never used Okada for his, and they're not using Garcia for his. You do not have a mid card division right now. You literally do not.
Man,
Insane, dude. Insane fucking work with this company.
I I don't even know what to say. I don't even know how one human being could have
And then
possibly even formulated the thought of we need to bring Bandito back on Ring of Honor.
ROH, man. He's really gonna bring ROH up, dude. Dude, he can't drag up a fucking a dead horse up a mountain, dude. You can't. It's dead. You gotta leave it there to freeze, and you gotta leave it there, man, because it's dead, man. It really is dead.
Sell the company, please.
Please, just appoint a guy to run it. Hire somebody that actually does that for a job. Not a buddy, not fucking Matt Menard backstage. Hire an actual person who's not an active member of your roster to do something. Please, for once, ever.
I feel so bad for Bandito. I can't even describe
Horrible.
to you how bad I feel for Bandito.
Such an immense talent wasted away
Yep.
by Tony Khan. Another one. Add him to the fucking very long. That's a CVS receipt list of just wasted away talent, bro.
Mariah May. Speaking of wasted potential, Mariah May says all she has to do is be here, and she already eclipses the whole division.
Not that hard. Blame it on Tony Khan.
She said she knows Thunder Rosa is going to bring her dad to World's End, and she is excited to see two generations end in one night. She has to be she says she is a failure and it must run in the family. She says she won't be bringing her father to World's End because she doesn't want him to see what she's going to do to Thunder Rosa. Okay.
Can they please? Can Tony Khan just not book the show? You got, dude. Your talent is just so. Your talent pool is legendary, man. Literally, probably the best thing, best talent, the best wrestling talent pool ever in life so far, and you're just not doing anything with any of them. It's insane, dude. It's insane. She's such a great fucking talent, and you're doing fucking nothing. Crazy work, bro. Crazy work.
It's like the old saying in basketball, the best record in the league doesn't mean a thing without the ring.
Yep.
All the talent in the world doesn't mean a thing without creative.
Exactly, dude. You'd have all the talent. And there's no creative, no fire, no. Oh man, fuck! I gotta go watch to see this or see that. You got Tony Storm, and fuck, that's about it.
Yeah.
You got Tony Storm on your show, and you got Bobby Lashley at Swerve. That's all you got. That's your whole
Allegedly.
deck of cards.
Yeah, basically. Basically, bro. Ricochet. This is where this show takes an absolute turn for the worst.
For the best.
Oh. Ricochet, he gets in the ring. He's bobbing his head, singing his song. Ricochet, Ricochet. Okay. He's bobbing his head. Tony Schiavone asks him about his change of demeanor. Ricochet said, "It looked real good on me though, right?" The Hurt Syndicate come out. Ricochet is scary than a motherfucker.
Dude, I don't think I've seen a human on Earth as scary as fucking Ricochet, especially right here, dude. He looked like a
Scary
fucking
ass, bro.
like he looked like a little puppy around some rabid pit bulls, dude. That man was terrified.
He says to the Syndicate, "What's good, guys? You look great. We all collectively look good. I like it. But
You
I'm
know,
good. I'm glad you guys came out here because I want to ask if you guys seen how I handled Commander and Brody King." MVP says, "Yeah." He says, he tells Shelton, he says, "Maybe we could see each other in the finals and we could keep the business on lock. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Facts.
dude.
You know what I mean? You know what
Nah,
I'm saying?"
you know what? Dude, he's so. Dude, you know that one kid back in school that was like such a loser, and they were just so annoying to be around, but they tried so hard to be funny and cool, and low-key try to be like a bully. Ricochet's not really a bully like that, but you know what the vibe I'm getting for.
he wants to he
He,
he's like that dorky kid that
mhm,
tries to be cool, and he wants to be
so
cool so
hard,
hard, but it's just not him.
so hard, and it's just, oh, it just makes you angry that this person exists. Every time they speak, you're like, bro. It's one of those, it's that person where like they didn't even do nothing to you, but you're like, bro, I can't stand you. Shut the fuck up, bro. Because it's like you just hate them for no reason, but like it's because of the way they act, their cadence, the way they talk. It's just so inauthentic. Which is the worst part because this is the most authentic version of Ricochet, and that's the problem. He is that kid.
Yeah.
He is that fucking annoying ass kid that you just hate, dude.
Yeah, that's I thought the exact same thing. When you see him around the Hurt Business, it's like the Hurt Business are the cool kids, and Ricochet's the kid who wants to be the cool kid so bad, and he just does not. He's like the kid. He's the kid that gets bullied by the cool kids, but he thinks that's the cool kids being cool with him.
Yeah. And he'll like try to join in when they're doing it to other people, and it's just, bro, you're a fucking loser, dude. No one likes you. No one can stand you, bro. He's one of those, dude. I can't. Oh, I can't stand Ricochet, dude.
Yeah, nobody likes that kid, bro. Nobody.
No, not at all.
So he tells Shelton maybe we could see each other in the finals. We could keep the business on lock. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Facts.
I mean,
And I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna keep an eye on you. I'm gonna keep an eye on you after I get done with what I got left in the Continental Classic. Saturday, I have Will Ospreay, and you're gonna see a different side of Ricochet. You feel me? MVP says to him, "You still got that business card?" Ricochet says, "Yeah, I got it. It's right here." Pulls out the business card. Bobby Lashley grabs him by his fucking face. MVP grabs the business card, rips it up, and Bobby still has a fucking vice grip on this dude's face, literally grabbing him like this. He's
bro,
grabbing his
teary eyed,
fucking
bro.
face. Ricochet is tearing up. He's so fucking scary.
Dude, he's
Bro.
so scary, bro. He fucking.
Ah,
That is. This is, and I hate. And it's not one of these. It's not so bad. It's good. It's just so bad, dude.
it's so
It's
bad,
so
it's
bad.
hard to watch
It's
because
hard
it's
to
so
watch.
embarrassing.
It's like, like you said, it's embarrassing, dude. It's embarrassing to watch. I can't imagine being him, dude. I'm sorry, I can't, dude. I don't know how you go home to your girl and she sees you normally, dude. I don't know. She loves your dog, but fuck, I don't know how. What's saying that, dude? That's crazy.
Bobby has a hold of his face, and MVP grabs the card, he rips it up, and he tells Ricochet nobody likes a kiss ass. Ricochet walks out of the ring so fast because he's so fucking scared.
Petrified.
He's so scared.
Like,
He's
oh,
leaving and he's telling MVP, "It's good, bro, it's good. We'll talk later." The crowd is chanting, "You's a bitch."
uh,
Okay, well, first and foremost, on
what?
Collision, when Ricochet had his match with Will Ospreay, the way he played up to the crowd as if he's heel, I would have liked an actual heel turn, but I'll get what I can take at this point. If they are going to make him heel and have him play up to this kind of stuff, that is the best chance they got,
Mm-hmm.
because they cannot have this guy try to parade around being any type of baby face, or being, or trying or even thinking that this gimmick is cool.
No,
You
you can't.
need to have him be a little shit, but at the end of the day, I don't know
I like
he
it anyway.
even gets over with that, because he looks like a bitch.
Yeah, he's not just, a little dickhead kind of, he'll run away when, Bobby Lashley's in his face. He's a literal bitch, bro. Bro, he got muffed and was teary-eyed as he was getting muffed. And when a motherfucker leaves from like a scuffle or a fight or whatever, it's good, bro, it's good. They just got fucking. It's just you can't stand those people, man. You just can't.
The very best, and he cheated to beat Will Ospreay. That's the best chance they have. I mean, if you
Mhm.
have a chance at this, and if you want to make this work, if I'm giving you my honest opinion, and again, this isn't what I would do by any stretch of the imagination, but honestly, man, if I'm giving my take on what I think, the best chance you have is to make him sort of like a Dominic, sort of this
Yeah,
guy, but
you
you
got
got to
to.
have Ricochet win. And obviously, he's got to be slimy, he's got to cheat to win, and he's just got to have this very unlikable attitude. And you may have, which he already does. So you may already, like I said, he may, or he already does have a very unlikable attitude. So that mixed with him cheating to win and still getting victories, so he has a reason to be cocky and you just can't stand him. That is the best chance you have, because he is getting negative reactions, which, I mean, it's good that he's getting reactions, but
Yeah,
you gotta turn this into, you gotta
little
turn this
shit.
into something of a Dominic, except
You got to.
imagine Dominic but with wins under his belt. That's what you gotta
Yeah.
make Ricochet, because at the end of the day, man, I mean, this is that's how I would do it. That's how I would do it if I were AEW, because um you are running the risk of absolutely slaughtering this man's career. I mean, he
Mm.
looked so bad in this
Oh,
segment. I mean, it was so bad. It was hard to fucking watch. It was so bad, because now I'll say this, Bobby Lashley
oh,
absolutely
oh,
looks like a fucking killer. He
demon.
looks incredible.
That man looked like a fucking, like he was running shit, dude. Looked badass as shit. Ricochet, on the other hand, had a Vince McMahon level of career killing moment right there. Really did. Really is coming close. It's just night and day, man. But like you said, dude, that's your only chance. Trying the slimy dickhead heel. That's your only way to do it, dude. I don't know if it'll even work then, because even when he tries to be intimidating or tries to talk, he fucking cries through a promo. So I don't know how far he's gonna get in that, but that's your best shot, dude.
Yes, you're also running the risk with that of his shtick getting very repetitive, as if he's
Mm-hmm.
a slimy heel who always cheats to win, and
Especially
is
in
just a very, it's just gonna. I mean, look at how people looked at the Miz. I mean, the Miz
Oh,
and that Vince administration. I mean, when did he ever? When did he ever not? I mean, even today, you still see, when does Miz ever get a clean victory? It never happens.
he literally doesn't do it.
So there you're running the risk of him,
Just being a Miz.
yeah, getting very repetitive. And the best chance you had with Ricochet as a heel was putting him in the Hurt Syndicate and having him shut the fuck up. But even if
Mm.
you put him in the Hurt Syndicate, he's not intimidating. So I I don't I don't know. This was hard to watch. But like I said, Bobby looked incredible. Bobby Lashley looked absolutely incredible during this. I mean, he just exudes that. that hurt business, just aura about him, where he is just that guy who is just going to absolutely strike fear in his opponent and strike fear into anybody. And he displayed that here, man. But Ricochet, I mean, this was bad, man. This was bad, and there are ways they can fix this. And you just need to hope that this doesn't end up turning into go away heat, and that
Hmm.
they're able to capitalize off of his character being a bitch, because there are characters like that, who
Yeah,
work, so
yeah.
can they capitalize off this right? And all that, we'll have to wait and see. But as for this episode of Dynamite, I was absolutely appalled after these couple segments with how absolutely horrible he looked.
That's probably the worst I've ever seen anybody look, and I watched a lot of Vince McMahon fucking people over and making them look horrible, and that is up there, right next to all of those, man. That was the worst fucking way I've seen someone look.
Well, I don't know. I would put Ricochet over that 2020 Rusev, or 2019 Bobby Lashley cucking Rusev,
Oh,
but it was pretty
really bad.
bad. It was pretty bad. And
I mean,
this
Lashley's
was,
the person that's always on the other side of these.
yeah, yeah. Um,
Him.
yeah. Regardless, this was pretty bad, bro. This
Yeah.
was really bad, actually. So, yeah,
I mean, it gets
yes, it does. Shelton Benjamin defeats Mordas. Mordas still has 0 points. Daniel Garcia, he comes out there and he says, I see there's 3 of you in the ring, and I would be pretty stupid to get in that ring because I know what's going to happen. But I'm going to do it anyway. What? I'm going to do it anyway because DC wants to see a fight.
Uh, uh, you know the fight I want to see? I want to see Ray Phoenix go up and fight fucking somebody. So he gets. I want to see Ricky Starks go up, fight somebody, so they can fucking leave this place. That's the only fight I want to see, dude. What do you? It's the same thing with everybody. Not only fucking wrestles the same, has the same fucking character, dude.
Everyone
Yeah,
wants to fight.
I'm not. I want to fight. I'm not scared. I want to fight here now for the city, for the fans. It's the lamest shit ever, dude. When everybody's special, nobody's special. When everybody does something, that thing is played out and fucking boring. And that's the whole AEW roster at this point.
Mark Briscoe comes out to help Garcia. They get in the ring. Daniels Garcia walks up to Bobby Lashley. That might have been the absolute biggest mistake of his life.
Yeah, I would not walk
He
up to him.
he gets a few hits on Lashley, and Lashley absolutely clotheslines him and tears him to shreds. Eh, I mean, did you think
You
walking up to Bobby Lashley was a fucking good idea?
just straight up walked up to Lashley and squared up. You gotta be a dumb motherfucker. Yeah, good lord.
The Hurt Syndicate beat the absolute dog shit out of both of these guys as
Mm,
MVP starts singing the crowd along as they sing We Hurt People.
yeah, people. Badass. For literally, in terms of the men's side of the company, best part about television right now. Those guys
Yeah.
look badass every week. They are badass. They're fucking booked badass. Wish the rest of the roster can say the same, man, but man, I'm glad they're going in the direction they're going with them, man. And I hope they really fucking keep it up.
Yep. Yes, they are undisputedly the best part about television right now. One of the only bearable parts about AEW Dynamite is the Hurt Syndicate.
Mm,
Ricochet's backstage. He says he don't know what's on the table with the Hurt Syndicate. They gave him the card, and I thought we was I'm not going to worry about that, he says. They the homies. They know what they do. But I don't want to worry about the Continental Classic because our or he says, sorry, I want to worry about the Continental Classic because I already have 6 points, and this Saturday I'm going to have to step into the ring with one of the main reasons I came to AEW, Will Ospreay. But the real reason I came to AEW is to shut the world up and beat Ospreay. So I'm going to have my eyes on this next match. Uh-huh.
Dude fucking does a happy ass in the fucking mic. Jumps and fucking like does a little jump wiggle to with it. It's bro. You can't make this shit up, dude. You can't. This is horrid. This is obnoxious. This is horrible. And
This
it gets
is
worse.
this is absolutely this the only thing that's funny, the only thing that's worth a is Ricochet's fucking career.
Mm-hmm. It's a big because it's so sad at this point. So fucking sad his AEW run.
He turns around and he jumps because he's scared. He sees Swerve. Swerve says, "What up, turd?" He says he knew when he came to AEW, it was only a matter of time before the real Ricochet, the real Trevor, showed his real face. Out of the 14 years I've known you, I thought you might have changed. Turns out you're still the same little Trevor, a follower. And I hate to tell you, boy. Oh, God. But that ain't gonna work here in AEW. Ricochet said, I always wondered how long it was gonna take before I heard whose house this was. But you know what the funny thing is? I know the real Swerve too. And he didn't win the Continental Classic last year. So I know it's going to eat you up when I win this year. Uh-huh. He walks away. Swerve looks at Nana and says, that's why he's still bald. Fuck. Jesus.
Dude, it's such a loser. First of all, first
Oh.
of all, it's gonna eat you up that I'm gonna win the continent. No, it's not. First of all, because you're not doing it. First of all, and if you did by miracle, who cares? And dude, Ricochet told him, you didn't win it last year. Haha, I'm gonna go win it. Yeah, motherfucker, I didn't win the Continental Classic, but you know what else I won? The World Championship. I've won the World Championship this year, bro. What have you done? You ain't do shit. What do you mean you're laughing at him? He is a former world champion this year. And you want to laugh in his face for a fucking tournament he didn't win. Come on, bro. Come on.
A
That guy.
useless tournament at that.
That you don't win. You win a title that wasn't used. Well, Swerve went on to win the title in the company. The title. And you're trying to make fun of him. Come on, dude. I hated that. What are you making fun of him for? I don't get it, dude. I don't get it. What's your thoughts on all this, dude? I don't know at this point with this man.
I At the end
Is
of
there
at the end of this, because this was the last time we seen Ricochet on the show. At the end of this, man, I genuinely, I was appalled. I still fail to gather words for all of this because I don't know. I genuinely don't know, man. I mean, he looked so bad. I mean, Swerve and Bobby Lashley look great at the end of this because they absolutely
Fuck yeah.
bitched this dude, but again, the only chance they have out of this is to make him a slimy heel. With that, you do run a lot of risks, but at this point, nobody is gonna, after all this, nobody can respect this guy as a baby face. So
No,
you've trapped yourself in a corner where now you have to make him a slimy heel that is just an annoying little prick that everybody hates. And
that's your only way out. It's your only fucking way out.
Uh, I,
Hope they
I,
could do it because repetitiveness is a big problem in AEW, and that's easily one of the most easily repetitive gimmicks, man. So it's risky no matter what you're doing with this fucking guy.
I, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, the, this was bad. This was absolute. And again, Collision. You know what? I think he did a good job playing up to the crowd. I do. And how I think he did a good job playing heel to the crowd, and obviously pulling out the cheap victory against Osprey. But at the end of the day, excuse me, at the end of the day, it's going to be very tricky to do, man. It's going to be very tricky to do because he looks so bad and he looks like a bitch. So coming
It
out of
does.
this, it's going to be very interesting to see how they navigate with his booking, because it's going to be tricky. I can tell you that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. This again, this was some of the most embarrassing television you could have ever seen.
Oh, it's so genuinely embarrassing to watch, and I can't imagine being him, dude. I'm sorry, I just can't. That couldn't be me, bro. It couldn't be me.
Well, so much for staying in WWE and jobbing to Braun Breaker. I guess
Made
that
him
doesn't seem so bad after all.
so that literally it's night and day, bro. Literally night and day.
One of the other best parts of the show was Toni Storm.
Oh, dude.
Toni Storm, she walks into a room to do an interview. She meets RJ City for the first time. She talked about how cool it was to be here. He asked her where she's from. She says she's from Gold Coast, Australia. She loves three things: wrestling, rock music, and the grind. Grinding it out on the independent scene, and now it's all led to AEW.
You know, a
RJ
person who
asks
loves the grind.
RJ, I know too. I'm talking to him.
Okay,
So
shut up.
uh
Continue.
so gotta love the grind, bro.
This man,
There's
it's all he
beauty in the
does.
struggle.
Mm-hmm.
RJ asked her about her history in AEW. She said she's seen every show. And she says it's crazy she's made it here today. RJ says, okay, well, what if I asked you your history about being a 3-time AEW women's champion? Toni says, well, it's a little early to be thinking about that. RJ says, okay, I'm going to ask you a couple names. What if I said the name Mariah to you? She says, a legend. Mercedes Moné. She says, an icon. RJ says, Mariah May. Toni thinks on it for a second or two. She says, best in the business today.
Man,
He says,
beautiful.
what if I said timeless Toni Storm? She says, no, not timeless. It's the other way around. It's Toni time. RJ just looks baffled. Like, what? She says, okay, I gotta go. Thank you so much. It was so nice meeting you.
Man.
This is amazing. I mean, when I tell you she is the only fucking woman on this roster that is worth a paycheck, I mean it.
Oh yeah, dude. She actually puts in the work, and just because you're grinding in the ring doesn't mean you're putting in the work. She thinks about character, story, meaning this, meaning that. What can I do to intrigue people, hook people? That's where it's at, dude. She's the
Yes.
only fucking woman doing it, and she's fucking great at it. This shit is phenomenal. This look at Mick Foley S3. How many faces of Tony Storm? Doesn't remember none of the timeless stuff. It's phenomenal, dude. It genuinely is phenomenal, and I can't wait to see where it goes. I'm
So,
intrigued to see every week.
oh, dude, I'm loving this. And when things are so bad on AEW Dynamite, we always like find ourselves things to attach ourselves to, like, oh, this is so good, I love this, like
Yep.
Hurt Syndicate and like Tony
Hmm.
Storm. Because one of the interesting, so yesterday, I don't ask questions, but I found myself watching on YouTube Tony
Hmm.
Storm's return match on Rampage. I was watching a Rampage clip. I know.
Wow. Oh, the things that
Tony's
Tony Storm will make you do.
yeah, Tony Storm is on there and she's going to do her hip attack. And instead of doing her rock star pose, she throws her arms up to do that little timeless pose. And she stops herself. And she does the little Tony Rockstar pose and she goes for the hip attack.
It's like muscle memory.
Is and it got me thinking. Is it muscle memory or is this Tony Storm's greatest performance of all time?
Oh, it is timeless. But jeez, I like that idea, dude.
Is
I didn't even think about it
timeless
like
Tony
that.
Storm acting?
Is she just playing the ultimate role, the ultimate acting gig, the fucking role of century, acting her out, dude? I like that idea a lot, dude. I fuck with that idea.
It
I
got
didn't even
me
think about it like that.
it got me thinking because I'm sitting there watching this return match and I did like a triple take and I'm like, is that the timeless pose? And she made it very obvious to do it, stop, look around, and then do her Tony time pose. And I'm like, wait a
As
minute.
if maybe it is a muscle memory, and she's like, "Oh shit, I fucking broke character. I gotta snap back
Yeah,
in."
retake.
That little dude, that's fire. I didn't even think about it like that,
If
dude. That is
Tony
fire.
if Tony Storm shows up in Australia as timeless Tony Storm, and this was the greatest role of her acting career, that
That's fire.
is fucking fire. I can't lie.
That is so fire. It's just a way to trick Mariah May back and get, dude. That is fire. I didn't think about it like that. That is incredible, dude. Tony Storm's so fucking phenomenal, dude. Got me so. When's the last time we thought this hard about a character in AEW?
Oh God. I mean, oh, you're going back probably like 2 years.
I was gonna say probably like MJF during CM Punk feud. Genuinely, that genuinely is probably the last thing off the top of my head, at least I can remember.
Yeah.
Like, dude, this is what I want to do. This is what's
Yes.
fun about Unscripted. Talking about is doing this. It's what we do for Raw. It's what we do for WWE. What do we think this is? What do we think it could mean? Where do you think it's going? Not you know, he's gonna get a title. He's gonna do nothing, and he's gonna fight people. You know what I mean? The whole, basically everything we talked about with AEW leading up to this.
Hmm.
This is what I want to talk about with AEW every week. What this could mean, what this could mean, how fire that could be if it is that, how good it could be if it also is this. That's what I want. That's what Tony Storm's given us that nobody else, and the company as a whole, is fucking giving us.
And what got me angry about this was you put that awesome moment on Rampage.
Rampage.
People on Dynamite needed to see that timeless Tony Storm fake.
Yeah, they need to. Dynamite is your audience. Rampage isn't. It's literally canceled. Rampage isn't. Collision is the sickos that no one gives a fuck about because at the end of the day they're gonna watch Dynamite anyway. So, it, come on, man.
Yeah. Um this was great. Other than, that little note I had picked up from the Rampage clip that I watched. This segment, again, this is again why I say Tony Storm is the only woman on that roster that A, moves the needle, and B, is worth the paycheck. And the fact that Tony is not your highest paid woman's female competitor on that roster, and
It's
Mercedes
great.
Moné is crazy to me, because Tony is worth all of what Tony is worth double of what
Oh,
Mercedes makes. So,
she
um,
actually put in work. She's not staying at home, has a match, and then that's it. She's
and
fucking put in work.
And what we've loved about Toni Storm ever since she started, going crazy in this whole timeless, just mindset or this just whole gimmick change she went through. The one thing we can all say and love about Toni Storm is she has a reputation for when she gets in a character, she is diving into that character and she is giving it everything she's got. And that's what makes Toni the only woman worth the paycheck.
She's the only one worth the fucking paycheck there. No one's putting in the work that she is, dude. Just because you have a match every other week on Dynamite, don't mean you put in the work. But you got people like Toni Storm who's probably sitting at home. What's next? What am I gonna do next? How am I gonna hit at this? How am I gonna? That's work. That's putting in the work. That's grinding.
Yeah.
Love it.
And that is why I say, in today's age, the most complete from a character, dedication, in-ring standpoint, the most complete woman, the most complete woman's performer on the planet today is Toni Storm. That's
1,000%. Look at her line of work. Look how much effort she's putting into that nobody else, even on the men's side, is fucking doing. MJF isn't putting that work in no more. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Fucking phenomenal, dude. So phenomenal.
And even thinking about, the possibilities of this is what you want out of your professional wrestling.
That's what you want people to go when the show ends. That's what you want people to do. Think about that segment. Think about that segment. Where it could lead. What it could lead. You gotta watch next because you never know what could happen with this and then that person too. That's what you want your fucking show to be, dude.
Darby Allin versus Will Ospreay. Holy shit.
Fire ass match, dude.
This was fucking nuts. I loved this Continental Classic match. Darby Allin in the ring with... Darby Allin is a guy you can put in the fucking ring with almost anybody contractually obligated to that, or anybody contractually obligated in that company. You can put Darby in a ring with them and they are going to absolutely give you a fire fucking match.
Yep, no matter their style, no matter what their character style, way they wrestle, their moveset, it's gonna be a fucking phenomenal match, dude. Darby he's so fucking good, dude.
Yes, he is very good. He can dance with anybody, as can Ospreay. And these guys absolutely these guys work so well together. I can't wait to see. I think we got Darby and Ricochet. I can't wait to see those two in a ring together. I can't wait to eventually see Darby and like Bobby Lashley. I think that's going to be really there's so much. There's so much. Darby Allin landed on the hardest part of the ring, spine first on the fucking edge of the apron. That Darby, seriously, you got to relax, bro. I mean,
you got chill on those spots, bro.
Yes, I mean if you want to pull it out for 2 pay-per-views out of the year, okay, but you can't be doing that stuff on Dynamite. I mean, the spot looked great, but that's gotta hurt him too much, and that is just we need and I say this because we need Darby Allin around because he's so good.
He's so great. I want to see him last. I want to see him against future people, past people, all of it, dude. Please, calm it down with that type of shit, dude. Please.
Will Ospreay goes for a Stormbreaker that Ospreay counters. Oh, before this, Will Ospreay hit a front-facing hidden blade on Darby Allin. Darby absolutely just disintegrated on the ground.
Like a lawn chair.
Yes. Will Ospreay got him up for a Stormbreaker. Darby countered it into a huge sunset flip. That looked beautiful.
Great.
Will Ospreay, Yeah, bro.
Once.
Will Ospreay goes for the Os Cutter. Darby moves. Ospreay falls on the ground, back first. And Darby then hits a springboard coffin drop. Very cool spot.
Oh,
We get a Styles Clash off the apron from Ospreay. A brutal, brutal spot. We get an Os Cutter near fall. Huge near fall for Darby Allin. Darby Allin, a little bit later in the match, hits a Scorpion Death Drop on Will Ospreay. And he hits 2 coffin drops to lead to a Darby Allin victory here in the C2 against Will Ospreay, as they are continuing to go with the story of Will Ospreay is in a slump and he cannot pick up a victory since the Proto Star, Kyle Fletcher, beat him.
good
Other
lord.
than that, this was a fantastic match. This was one of the best matches AEW did all year from an in-ring standpoint, and I cared about this because this is two good guys that I really, really care about, and I really, really want to see do great things in this company.
Exactly. Do your best that we actually care about facing each other. That's what it should be. That's what we got here, and that shit was fucking phenomenal, dude. Great match. Phenomenal sequences. You care about them, so you care about the match, and that's what Dynamite needs more of.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, bro. And in the main event, well, that's the first problem. How the fuck you don't have Will Ospreay and Darby Allin main event, but you have Moxley, Yuta, and Pac versus Switchblade, OC, and Hangman is some of the craziest, is also simultaneously some of the craziest fucking work ever.
Crazy, yeah. Like, dude, that match was phenomenal. And then at fucking 9:50, this fucking comes on, and I'm just like, come on, just end the fucking show here.
Switchblade and Hangman are bickering. Which led to Moxley rolling up Orange Cassidy, and these two idiots are arguing with each other instead of breaking it up, and they fucking lost. There was a brawl afterwards, and that was it.
What is this doing for anybody here, dude? Yeah.
You know, all I can say is this holiday season, this holiday bash, to be specific, one thing I can be very thankful for this holiday is the Hurt Syndicate and Toni motherfucking Storm.
Literally, thank you guys for keeping me fucking sane and intrigued watching AEW. Only ones doing it.
Good Lord, that episode of Dynamite was boring. Now, I loved sinking my teeth into Toni and the Hurt Syndicate, but boring,
Everything
bro.
else.
Boring.
The episode felt fucking 4 hours long, dude. Just dragged.
I seen, people complimenting the flow of this Dynamite. I did not get that at all. I was
No,
an hour into the show, and I fucking thought that I've been watching for 4 hours, because the beginning of the show was it was the generic MJF promo, it was the FTR promo, an Anna Jay and Mercedes match that I didn't give a shit about,
right, dude. I'm literally sitting there like, damn, what time is it? Like fucking 8:30. Look at the phone, it's like 7:55. I'm like, oh my god,
ugh,
fucking a.
boring is all fucking hell, bro.
Literally
Boring is all
boring.
hell.
Mm-hmm.
So that was everything for Holiday Bash, and again, it wasn't horrible, and I really want to give a huge fucking shout out to the Hurt Syndicate and Toni Storm, because they made that show for me. I mean, I really got involved in what they were doing, and I love seeing what they did on that episode. Everything else, again, like I said, Patriarchy versus Hook and Shibata, an absolutely idiotic main event with an idiotic finish. There was Anna Jay and Mercedes. There was a generic MJF promo. I mean,
Literally.
speaking of
Mm-hmm.
MJF, on Collision, he admitted to Adam Cole that he was gonna turn on him at World's End.
Didn't he say right after that though? And that was until like we came, friends or something. I thought he kind of like went back on that instantly and was like,
He said so. He told Adam Cole. He told Adam Cole that he was gonna turn on him, and he admitted he cared about him, but he was gonna turn on him the minute that he started caring about him, because when he cared about him, he knew he was a detriment. Yeah.
okay, I'm just giving up, dude. I'm
Complete.
not.
Well, just at this point, just shut up. Just shut
Yeah,
up and get this feud done with. I'm tired of this shit, bro.
just have the match, have someone win. I genuinely don't care who fucking wins,
I don't
and just
either.
move
They both are
on.
auralists.
They both suck. They're both fucking no swag, no aura, no fucking oomph. No wonder they're both single. Just fucking move on, dude. Just fucking move on. I'm sick of it.
That would have been a nice category. The fall off award.
Literally, the Who Became Oralist Award, MJF, Adam Cole, MJF, fucking so many
Ugh,
people, dude. Mercedes,
fell the
but
fuck off. Half the roster, dude.
fucking oralist, dude. And then you got people on the opposite ends of the spectrum, like fucking. I can't even say it. I was gonna say Jack Perry for the pop, dude, but I couldn't even do it.
So that was everything on Dynamite, man. Holiday Bash. Oh, whoops. Wrong Raw logo. My bad. That's the Netflix Raw logo. Monday
You're
Night
good.
Raw. This is
Let's go.
your December 23rd. I almost said December 3rd. I put the wrong date here in my notes.
Really.
This is your December 23rd edition of Raw, as this is your taped Raw from Boston, Massachusetts. It wasn't a horrible show. They
No,
for a tape show, they had some pretty nice stuff on here. But it
definitely.
also, wasn't your Raw that's gonna jump off the page, but there still was some good talking points on here. But actually, before
Hmm.
we get to Monday Night Raw, we have an official word from the sponsor, the official sponsor of the Notorious Heels podcast, man, W Energy. W Energy is an energy drink loaded with vitamins and nootropics, formulated to improve focus without the jitters, jitters like Ricochet was getting when Bobby Lashley had him by his fucking face. W Energy is a clean energy formula that is sugar-free, 0-calorie, free from fillers, artificial colorings, with 150 milligrams of caffeine per serving. You can get your W Energy products today with the link below and code NHP at checkout to save yourselves 10% off on your next W purchase. So shout out to W, man, the official sponsor of your boys here at NHP.
Shout out to you guys. You guys are great. Only, only thing that they beg the cup for right-handed people, obviously, because most people are right-handed. So usually you drink from here, you see the logo. I wish they had a left-handed one, so when I drink, you can see the logo. But drinking it tonight. Maybe, the way you were saying the ad, man. You said it like Ricochet. You had the jitters. For a second, I thought you were gonna say like Excalibur, man. No jitters while you're watching it, man. So maybe Excalibur could get it, so he doesn't have the jitters on commentary, man. But thank you guys. Thank you, Dubby, for sponsoring the show like always.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, Monday Night Raw. Show opens up with a Drew McIntyre promo. We love Drew.
Oh yeah.
He opens the show. He calls out the WWE locker room for not worrying about him while he was gone. He said he had a close family member die, and a lot of the guys in the back would say they didn't know. He says maybe if you guys would have cared enough to ask, or he says maybe they would have known if they cared enough to ask. He says, we are led to believe that the men and women in this locker room are our family because we see them more than our actual family. And that is all BS because my brother John in Scotland would never stab me in the back to take my spot the same way Jimmy, Jay, and Sammy would. The crowd chants yeet. Drew says, you guys just prove my point. After watching everything Jay and his family did to me and many other people, all he has to do is say he's a new man and do a stupid little hand thing with a stupid made up word, and all is forgiven. He says the other thing is realized he's given and given and given all this all this time, and he has given and given and given all his time, and you turned on me for someone who's been gone out of this company for years, who told you to go screw yourselves. And I kept fighting because I believed you guys believed in me. And I bled buckets at Hell in a Cell, and when I was gone, you instantly forgot about me. So from now on, I will not give no more for anybody. I am going to take and continue to tell the truth. Roman Reigns, tell the truth, and the truth is the real villains in WWE are Roman Reigns and CM Punk. All Roman has to do is take a vacation, and Jimmy, Sammy, and Jay are right back his side. Right back by his side the moment he snaps his fingers. As soon as he gets back, it's pathetic. And I suggest whoever wronged Drew McIntyre sleeps with one eye open, because I'm coming for you. Sammy comes out. He says, just like everybody, I didn't know what you were going through. And I, just like everybody, thought you were recovering from one of the most vicious Hell in a Cell matches of all time. And I know that's what everybody else thought too. So whether you want to believe it or not, that's up to you. But I'm going to level with you here for a second. You talked about your 17 years. I'm 22 years in the game. Everything you talked about, I went through. I've had loss. I've had a lot of loss that I've had to put to the side and go to work the same week. The weddings, the birthdays, the funerals you should have been at, but you weren't. I've done it all. I've put unnecessary stress on my wife and my kid. And why? Because this is the life you and I chose. We are WWE superstars. We are lucky to be WWE superstars, and and those are not just our stories, because every single person sitting in these stands has stories like that. Kids struggling at school, people struggling at work. They all get up every day and soldier on and do what they have to do without pointing the finger at everybody else. And you want to point a finger at them and say they forgot about you. Brother, they didn't forget about you. They made you. And you still think the whole world revolves around you, because once upon a time, when you were a kid, someone told you you were the chosen one. But I got news for you. Because you're mad, just because you're mad does not make you special. And what Jimmy, Jay, and Sammy Uso do has nothing to do with you. But if you want to walk around angry and point the finger at anybody else, and if you still have a problem with the bloodline after all these years, then I have no problem being your problem. Drew says, do you want to know the truth? It isn't just my anger. My anger comes from a place of pain. And I don't doubt everything you just said. It's your truth. There's so much passion in it. But you have a way of spinning things. You can fly back home every week to your family. The people of Boston never leave Boston. They'll always be with their family. I don't have that luxury. See how Drew makes fun of the crowd, but he also stays on topic of what he's doing?
It's not just, oh, your city sucks. My city I'm from doesn't suck. It's it means something. I can't fucking say the word. He fucking puts it with the promo so phenomenally where
Yeah, he
it has
stays
a
on
point.
topic.
Stays on topic. He doesn't just, oh yeah, by the way, your city sucks. It's, I don't like your city because you have what I have. You could just go home. It's not that easy for me. Simple as that. Look at that.
Yep. The people of Boston never leave Boston. They're always with their family. I don't have that luxury. So I'm going to remain calm and tell you the truth. What do you why do you want to fight with me when you know the result? We've wrestled time and time again and you've never been able to beat Drew McIntyre. So I suggest cuz I've heard you're not 100% healthy. I saw your wife and your kid in the back. I suggest you walk back there, take their hand and leave the arena because out of everyone in the bloodline, you're the least of my worries. Sammy says you're right about one thing. When it comes to wins and losses, you have my number. And I'm not 100%. And I haven't been since Saturday night's main event. You're right. And the smart thing to do would be to go home and get healthy over the holidays. But I would much rather do this. And he punches Drew McIntyre in the face. A brawl breaks out. And we get the return of the Yeet Man. We get the
Hey,
return of Jey Uso. He comes back after Drew McIntyre took him out backstage many weeks ago, the Raw after Survivor Series, and Jey is back. So, yeah, Jey Uso is back here today. He made his return after being attacked, and he saved Sammy, bro. So this was a fire opening segment. Drew's just character depth and the way he
play
points fingers
season.
at people, it's kind of true, the stuff that he's saying. And I think that's what makes him so credible.
It's such a great character because at the end of the day, both people are right. Drew, at the end of the day, is just blaming people for his problems, but the way he's blaming people, he's not also wrong in that.
Yeah,
He points the truth out of people. He's blaming people for a reason. Obviously, he's just blaming people, but what he's blaming people for is also true, which is just it's great character work. It makes that character of someone who blames other people for his problems mean something because, like I said, he's blaming people for his problems, but those reasons are also true at the end of the day. Love it, dude. I love the character depth from everybody because they're great and they got their flaws, but they're also right and they got their flaws. It's fucking great character work from all these guys. I love seeing Drew's perspective on things, Sammy's perspective on things. It's so fucking great, dude. It really is. And Drew is such a good like idiot in everyone, where no matter he's facing, whether it's Bloodline, other people, he always has his perspective on people, which is always awesome to fucking see.
absolutely, bro. Absolutely. So this is an amazing segment. Sammy's always going to cut those passionate promos that really just get you just hype and great stuff there by Sami Zayn and overall just like I said an amazing opening segment here.
Truly phenomenal opening segment. Great to see Jay back too to the
Yeah.
show. Great opening, dude. Great fucking opening.
Adam Pearce is confronted by Pure Fusion Collection as they tell Pierce that Sonya specifically, wants to be put in Kyrie's spot in the IC title tournament now that there's an opening. Adam Pearce says no. As a matter of fact, because you took out Kyrie, I am slotting in Io Sky.
Mm,
Interesting.
starting that slow build, man. I think it might be the Mania. I think she might be the one at Mania, dude. I think she might be doing it. I'm excited.
Very true, bro. Very true. So Io defeats Natty and Alba Fire with a over the moonsault to Natty. A lot of people wanted to see Natalya win this. I mean,
Yeah,
I can
I,
see why, I know her family has history with the IC title, but I'm sorry, man. Nobody wants to see a Natalia title run right now.
I'm telling you, dude. I'm fucking telling. And people, and at the end of the day, if you're fucking hot like 22 or whatever years into your career, you still need that one moment to shine. You didn't make it, dude. I'm sorry. You're just a person on the roster. You're good, but you're just a person on the roster at the end of the day. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think Natalia's value comes from helping the young
Helping,
women.
being exactly,
Yeah.
dude. So I wouldn't cry that she didn't get that moment, that opportunity. If you're still looking for opportunities, fucking 22 years in, I hate to break it to you, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Um EO advances. Now I was originally thinking EO and Lyra in the
Hmm.
finals, but they're in the semis against each other. So, and I wanted to see Lyra win this whole thing. And I'm sorry, but I would much rather see Io Sky go after the women's world championship. I don't really want to see. I would either
No,
give the IC title to Lyra, or I would give it to Lyra, or I would give it to Dakota Kai. Personally, Lyra. I think Lyra has more upside than Dakota Kai does. I know a lot of people love Dakota, but I mean, I just see more in Lyra as a potential future women's champion one day.
I, th- I think I do, man. And that's another thing that kind of does scare me about the women's mid card title, because it's something that happens with the men. You build someone up, everyone's so excited to see them in a world title picture or just a main event scene, and they just delegate them to the mid card because it's something. And again, that's not really knock on the mid card. That's knock on WWE's just perspective of, oh, they're hot. They want them to get something. Just give them the mid card. And it scares me now that they're gonna do that with women. Please don't do that with EO. It's your perfect chance for EO to go for the women's mid card title and not make it and rally yourself up to the world title, man. So please don't make that mistake you do with the men. Decently enough, decently often enough, um, and and have her go for the women's world title. She can lose. She'll be fine. It's Lyra. Um, you're not losing to no schmuck. And have Lyra win the women's IC and have Ed build EO up to win that world title, dude. I think you should.
Yeah, I mean, who the hell doesn't want to see Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky at WrestleMania?
Fire ass match, dude. That's a gold match right there.
Yeah, absolutely. And then also on the off side of that, Lyra versus Becky Lynch for the Intercontinental Championship sounds fucking amazing.
Oh, that sounds fire. It's fucking great.
Yeah, so I don't know. And with if Io is the IC champion, I mean, what do you do at Mania? Io versus Asuka
Yeah,
could
like
be. I mean, that's a way you can go. But then what does Rhea do?
exactly. So I'm assuming Rio would be involved in that. So you got options, man, and please go with the right ones here.
Yeah, I hope so.
I
I
really hope
certainly
they do.
hope so. The Judgment Day are in the back bickering. Finn is telling JD to tell Liv Morgan stuff, even though she's sitting right next to him and she could hear him. Morgan is telling Raquel to tell Finn stuff. It's just bickering along the lines of, you know, Liv is saying, Rhea, can you tell Finn the reason I told him not to go after Damian Priest is because I knew he was going to cost them the tag team championships if he did? Finn would hear it and he would say, JD, can you tell Liv that I wanted to have two belts on Christmas and now I have zero and it's all their fault because they didn't help us. And then this went on for a while and Dom butted in and said, "Okay, I'm going to fix this. I'm going to go ask for a match with Damian Priest and I'm going to fix all this." Finn then says, "And why would you do that? Do you think you're better than me?" Dom says, "No, that's not it at all. I'm just trying, we don't need to be fighting like this on Christmas." JD is looking up at the ceiling and he says, "Can we just have Christmas without drama?"
It sounds like he's had a fucking family reunion. It's like it, hey.
Yeah, seriously. And Dom walks away and Liv and Finn and everybody's just sitting there with mad tension. So that was that, and this was interesting. This was
It
interesting.
was.
I'm interested to see where this goes. I feel this will culminate on that Raw on Netflix.
I feel like it will. I think that's when it's finally gonna explode. Fine segment, little, kind of Disney Channel-y with the, yeah, can you like the you talk for me thing? It was all right. It was fine. Like what it did. Don't really like what it was. Not that I didn't like. I thought it's fine. It was fine, but I like what it did, and I like what it's building up to, man. So, um. I'm intrigued to see what they do. You said you think you're gonna it's gonna all blow up at Netflix, and I think it is too, man. And where do you think everyone goes after that? Do you think we'll see Finn on Netflix at this point, or do you think that's gonna be his last Raw? Is the one on Netflix?
You know what? It's funny you say that because if it does not happen on that Netflix show, I could honestly see this happening as soon as next week. I could see them
Hmm.
kicking him out of the group. And I don't know when this transfer window ends. I'm assuming the end of the year because at that point, I could easily see them kicking him out of the group next week, the last Raw on, uh, you know, USA. And then by the time the end of the year comes, he's on SmackDown because they facilitated a trade to get him on SmackDown, that
Hmm.
being the Judgment Day. But I could very well see that be an option. I could very well see that be an option where either next week they kick him out, so by the time the end of the year comes, he's moved over to SmackDown officially, or he is kicked out of the Judgment Day and Nick Aldis just scoops him up as soon as that happens.
I could definitely see something along that lines. I would like that a lot.
Especially with Logan Paul coming over to Monday Night Raw. Who's to say they didn't trade Logan Paul for Finn Balor?
That's a trade for me. If I was SmackDown, I'll take the fucking trade.
Yeah, for
Thank
sure.
you.
Yeah. So very interesting. Very, very interesting, man. And yeah, but this is popping off within the next 2 weeks for sure. I think we're seeing the end of Finn with Judgment Day affiliation.
I think so. I think the end is near.
Sammy and Jay are in the back deciding who gets first dibs at Drew McIntyre. Sammy tells Jay, let me get him. Let me get him, man. Jay says, I wanted to get him, man, because he dropped me a couple weeks ago. And Sammy says, I know, but I started something, so let me finish it. Jay says, all right, but I got next. So that was
Love
that.
it.
That was that.
Cool.
And yeah, that was that. And yeah, Sammy and Jay. I decided, I guess, that Sammy would be the one taking on Drew here in tonight's main event.
Like the way they did it, man. Like it.
For sure. Um, Chad Gable defeated Akira Tozawa with an ankle lock.
I don't know
He
if you were thinking that. Oh, go ahead.
oh no
Finish
no
the
no
match.
he hit him with an ankle lock, and Otis got in the ring afterwards. He threw Gable on the other side of the ring. Gable was scared as fuck because that's
Otis.
kind of how the story's always been. He's always been scared of Otis, but um he Otis starts getting juiced up. He starts shaking his legs and getting real pissed off. The Creeds then jump in the ring. Otis kind of calms down, and the American maids slowly back out of the ring. Okay, what was your question?
I don't know if you're asking yourself this, but I was asking myself this. Why are these two groups and entities just back feuding again, all out of nowhere? Just bringing it up just to do it. I don't know if you're asking yourself that, but I am. I don't know. I think both could be doing better than each other because they already faced each other. I don't know why they just brought this up just to do it.
The only thing I could think is that Triple H knows that he fucked this up, and I think he's aware he fucked up the Otis turn, and I also think he's aware that
Right.
American Made is going to SmackDown, and they are not, other than if they do something now and quick. Other
Oh,
than
to
that,
win.
they're not going to get a proper way to write this off because
See
I
that.
because when I was watching the entrances, I'm like, wait, is Gable facing Tozawa? I was like, okay,
Why?
this is weird. And then my mind started to, and
The
then
way to send it off.
what was everybody's major like complaint with the Alpha Academy split was it wasn't a split. Otis pushed him. And then
Mhm.
and then the next week he said, American made, these are my boys now. A couple weeks later, but with him throwing Gable, I honestly think next week we could see him finally hit Gable and lay out Gable, and then I could see Gable and the Creed brothers go over to
And now
SmackDown.
it's I doubt. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is just gonna be a and send off for the story and a way to send off those guys to SmackDown. I do like that.
Yeah,
I wish you'd done better in the first place, so
yes,
you didn't have to do this.
yeah,
But it is a good way to send it off and fix your mistake. At least Triple H can admit it without admitting it that he made a mistake and he's fixing it. Look at that.
I agree with what you said. I wish it was properly sent off in the first place, so we didn't have to get to this fucking point. But
God,
regardless,
you're fixing it.
I'm glad he at least is attempting to give this some sort of half-ass of a send-off.
Yeah, a little fucking shitty patch job, patch it up and send it off, dude. At least he's doing that.
Yeah. But
Definitely.
that was what popped through my head because I thought the same thing you did I'm like, why are they doing a random, I mean, Gable did say last week he was gonna pick apart the Alpha Academy, so I'm assuming next week he gets Otis, and maybe this is where we see Otis, finally beat his ass and finally hit him for once, but maybe we see that. I know there was that segment last week, but yeah, the back feuding is just it's definitely odd, but I think it's Triple H's way of saying like, oh shit, we should probably wrap this up.
Definitely his way to patch a tire and fucking
Yeah,
just throw it out in the car and send it to someone else. It does
yeah.
make sense. I get it.
New Day. They are backstage. They're saying after all these weeks, not one person can tell us what we did. Dominic walks by. They tell Dom, you of all people, you gotta understand what we're going through. Dom, who in this day and age has more swagger than Adam Cole.
That's
Dom,
crazy that that's true, dude. That's
yeah,
don't do that to me. Don't say that again, bro, please.
he does, bro. He does.
Oh, it's like a gunshot.
Dominic says, I didn't like Big E, but that was crazy, and walks off. Why
Love
the
that
fuck? All I'm fucking thinking is, why does fucking Dominic come off cooler than Adam Cole? Why?
Oh, what is Tony Khan done, dude? Yeah, that is so true, and that's horrible to think. Fucking Dominic has more swag than Adam Cole at this current stage. Good lord. Goddamn. Love that segment though. Love the little vibe. Perfect response for fucking Dominic. Just that's crazy. Because that was crazy.
He walks off. New Day, Xavier calls him a broke ass Tom Selleck. Dominic laughs at them. He says Tom Selleck wishes. And I'm sitting
God,
there thinking, oh God, he really does have more swagger than Adam Cole.
he does.
We get a Pentagon vignette. Another vignette. This week we seen
It's
like
obvious.
a star.
They literally flashed a pentagon on the fucking
Yeah.
screen. Like, come on. I love
Yep.
it. Like, come on.
Yep. Yeah. So it is all but it is all but confirmed. I mean this is Pentagon for sure.
It, it's all but saying Pentagon is coming. That's literally what it is without doing that. And I'm so excited.
Oh yeah. Oh
Cannot
yeah.
wait.
The January 6th is going to fucking be a movie.
I cannot wait.
Priest defeats Dominic. This was a bit corny. Priest finds all the Judgment Day members hanging outside the ring. JD McSanta Claus is hanging outside the ring dressed up as Santa. Damian Priest rips his beard off and reveals obviously that it's not fucking Saint Nick. It's
Wait,
Saint McDonough.
couldn't
And
tell by the size of his head that it wasn't him, but
Yeah, he opens up the ring apron, or he opened, opens up the curtain, and Carlito spits out his apple because he got caught, and then Finn interferes. Man, he breaks it up, and they causes a DQ. They attack Damian Priest, and the War Raiders come out to make the save as the Judgment Day get laid out one day before Christmas Eve, which actually, Merry Christmas Eve to everybody. It is past
Yeah,
midnight.
past midnight, man. Merry Christmas Eve to you guys. It's an alright segment, man. I mean, just kind of getting the last of all this, I guess, with Damian Priest and Finn and whatnot and all that shit. So
Yeah,
use it up while it lasts, I guess.
yeah. Seth Rollins is backstage talking to Jackie, very similar to what they did with Punk last week. Jackie asks Rollins what is the source of his disdain that he clearly has for CM Punk. Rollins says he needed this place, and it did not need him, and the hypocrisy is just what really eats at me, and it's hard for me to let it go. Jackie asks him what cutting Punk out looks like. She says, I don't even want to call it a match because it doesn't feel like it. Rollins says, no, it's not a match. This is a fight. There's no question about it. This is the biggest fight in our industry right now, and after Survivor Series, I saw him hand in hand with Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns has his stupid finger in the air, and Punk is doing his stupid little go-to-sleep pose. And in that moment, I did not want to wait anymore. I wanted to throw the remote through the TV. And on Netflix, with the world watching, I don't know what it's going to look like. I don't know what it's going to look like. You're going to see a side of me no one has ever seen. No pun intended. It's going to be raw. It's going to be visceral. It's going to be violent.
Okay.
I have to extract this demon from inside of me. I cannot handle this.
I like it.
Jackie thanks him for his honesty, and she thanks him for conducting this interview. And that was that. This is a very good segment. Just just keeping up the build and keeping up the hype for the match. Obviously, you got Rollins in a controlled, calm setting now talking about the match with CM Punk, and it came off really nice.
I like it. Definitely like the way it came off. I like Seth's feeling of just he's got to get this out. He's
Yeah.
got to deal with this. It's eating away at him. I like that a lot, dude. I like that aspect.
Yes. Dexter Lumis took on The Miz. This ended in a disqualification because the Final Testament interfered in the match. The Wyatts make the save, as when the Final Testament interfered in this match, Joe Tessitore says, oh my God, the Final Testament are taking advantage of Dexter Lumis.
I hope not.
I can certainly tell you I was not watching that,
I hope
but
not.
they they definitely had their way with him. I'll say that.
Cool. Not cool, but
They had,
cool segment. Not cool with that. Nope.
they did have
But
their way with Dexter Lumis. I can confirm.
fine segment. They got a one up and cool.
Yeah. So I wonder where we go from here, man. So the Wyatts, like I said, they came out, make the save Dexter, and chased off the Final Testament. And I don't know what I don't know what happens next. I don't know what happens next. It's kind of irritating that the Final Testament looked better than the Wyatts through all of this, but
Yeah, but it is what it is at this point. I
yeah,
mean, I can only repeat the same things that
yeah,
I was saying. That's the problem.
yeah. Got to get that mask off, bro.
The ceiling.
The New Day. The New Day come out, and they come out from the crowd, and they're standing next to Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett, and they ask, what is going on around here? What happened to unbiased journalism? Kingston tells Joe, your job is to not have an opinion. He says they could have left E laying in the ring and getting stretchered out again. He says his mom flew all the way from Ghana to be here tonight, and you all are ruining her experience. She sat in a middle seat all the way here. Damn, Kof. You got your mom flying commercial? You mean to tell
Or
me
in the middle?
you didn't fly her private, bruh? You got her in the middle?
Yeah, how
You
risky it is to be in the middle? Like,
didn't even get
come
her a
on, man.
window seat?
Nothing? That's crazy work. He healed whose mom? That's crazy.
He really is, bro. I could see why his mom did what she did. You didn't
Yeah,
fly her you didn't fly her business class?
it wasn't because of her opinion about the stuff you did with Big E. It's you fucking flew her in fucking commercial.
Lord. She flew all the way from Ghana to be here. She sat in the middle seat. And you guys are ruining her experience. Just flew all the way here just to see her son get booed out of his own hometown. Xavier says we gave you all the best 10 years of your life. Kofi goes over to apologize to his mom. His mom gets up. She says, I can't believe you. She grabs her coat and she walks out of the arena as Kofi's yelling, Mom! Mom!
Fucking
Hilarious.
disappointing his own mother. Hilarious segment.
His mom is not even fucking with how they did Big E, bro.
That's crazy work. You got Dom and your mom not fucking with it? Come on, bro.
Doing something wrong.
They are.
Doing something really wrong here. The main event. Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn. This one was an okay match, man. It ended with a claymore to Sami. Afterwards, Jay did come in and make the save, but at the end of this, we got an attack from the Bloodline. We got an attack from the tribal chief Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, and Tama Tonga. So Drew picked up the victory against Sami Zayn here, and then obviously he left the he got the victory against Sami Zayn. Jay came out to make the save, and then the Bloodline left both of these two laying there as Drew McIntyre had some interesting words for Solo Sikoa on SmackDown. He did tell him, you know, I do have a problem with you, but I can't be too mad at you because you're the only one in your family willing to stand up to Roman Reigns. So he said he's thinking about it, but he thinks he's gonna let Solo handle his business on January 6th, and we'll see where we go from there.
I like that reason. I like it.
Yeah.
You know, obviously he does want revenge on Solo. He said it. I'm glad he said it, but he's willing to wait because he's the only one that's thinking different, man. I like that. I like that way of getting around that.
Definitely. So, yeah, that was Monday Night Raw. Decent episode, man. It was a decent episode. Obviously, you know, it was taped, but there still was things that I didn't even hear about, like this whole Kofi segment with his mom that ended up being really nice additions of television. So I really like that. And I like that.
One, but
Oh, did you?
yeah, I saw like the picture of like a fan up there just taking a picture of like him up by his mom. So I didn't know what happened, but I assumed. But it was great nonetheless. Spoiling it didn't ruin it for me personally.
Yeah, I've actually managed to stay spoiler free. I don't know how, but I managed to stay spoiler free on this whole entire episode here, which is pretty crazy, for the
That's
way
crazy.
social
People
media
were
is.
posting about it. People, just saw that shit on my feed. Didn't look for it. Now the Dynamite spoilers this week. I had to spoil myself because sorry to break it to you guys. I'm not watching Dynamite on Christmas. Oh my
Oh
god.
fuck no.
I'm in the crime. I literally had to like look it up to find the spoilers, man, because no one was talking about it.
Yeah. Well, Good old Dynamite for you. Well, regardless, man, that is everything for Monday Night Raw, which, yeah, like I said, I did not get anything spoiled to me, man. And it ended up being a decent episode of Monday Night Raw, so I can appreciate that. And this is going to be the last Raw we review for the year, man, which it's not a category, but if you had to give any of the weekly shows, what was the best weekly show all year for you, bro?
Raw. No doubt about it. Raw.
That is a
That
crazy
storyline.
answer if you would have asked
Crazy.
us that 7 or 8 years ago.
Oh,
Hell,
literally, the
even 2
rank.
years ago.
No, literally, even two. The rankings would be reverse. Now it's Raw, SmackDown, Dynamite. Used to
Yep.
be the reverse. Crazy work.
Yep.
Crazy work. But I would say Raw. But what about you?
Monday Night Raw, easily.
Mm,
Easily Monday Night Raw, and then when it's at its moments, SmackDown, but uh,
Yeah, it's these moments.
SmackDown has its moments where it's boring as sin, but other than
Mhm.
that, man, yeah, 100%. It's obviously not a category and in the year-end award, so that's why I'm asking you now. But yeah, I would definitely say Monday Night Raw for sure.
100%, I would say Monday
Actually,
Night
Monday Night Raw unanimously. I mean, they ran away with the award this year.
Raw. Oh, fucking booked it away.
Yeah. So that was that, man, and that was everything for this version of Unscripted. Remember, guys, as you can see above my head, make sure to check out the Notorious Heels 2024 Year-End Award preview show. We will be revealing the nominees, and the open voting for you all begins on that day, Wednesday, January 1st at 3 p.m. Central. So that is that, and that is that. And thank you guys so much for joining us here today for this edition of Unscripted. It is now, being that it is now past midnight here, Chicago time. Merry Christmas to all. I hope you guys have a great Christmas, and I hope you guys get everything that your heart desires here for this Christmas season. Thank you guys so very much for joining us. It has been always a pleasure for my Johnny.
And Sir K.
And that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious Heels podcast. Another edition of NHP Unscripted. This has been episode 227. Ladies and gentlemen, please like, comment, subscribe. Have a very, very Merry Christmas, and we will see you all on Friday with the news and the world's end 2024 predictions.
Peace.